I'm going to guess you have heard the term tax deductions as a photographer. If you've been following along for at least a couple of videos here on this channel, you know I have referenced it several times. But is the term tax credit as familiar? Could you explain the difference between the two and how each of them impacts what you owe? Today, we're going to be breaking it all down. Hi, my name is Heather, and I'm a wedding and senior photographer based in PA. On this channel, I love educating other photographers about taxes and finances as a small business owner, and I'm so excited that you're here. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how tax credits and tax deductions can work to save you money. This video is brought to you by my 15 business tax category breakdowns guide. In this guide, I will walk you through the 15 most common tax write-off categories and what expenses fall under each of them. Plus, I'll give a few caveats that you should know about for a few of the categories as well. You can grab this guide at the link in the show notes. Okay, let's dive into the differences between credits and deductions so you can make sure you're maximizing your tax savings. So let's start with tax deductions, which is a term we hear all the time and you're probably very familiar with. A tax deduction is an expense that directly relates to your business and in turn reduces your taxable income. Think of deductions as lowering the amount of money that the government considers when calculating how much you owe. For example, let's say you made $50,000 in your photography business last year. If you have $5,000 in deductions, your taxable income becomes $45,000. The lower your taxable income, the less you'll pay in taxes. So deductions don't directly lower your tax bill dollar for dollar, but they reduce the amount of income that gets taxed, which then results in a lower tax bill. Some common tax deduction examples are expenses for gear, software, travel, education, plus so many more. So make sure to reference that free 15 business tax category breakdowns guide down in the show notes for a full list. All right, now let's go over tax credits. These work differently and can be even more valuable than tax deductions. While tax deductions lower your taxable income, tax credits reduce your tax liability directly. This means that each dollar of a tax credit directly lowers the amount of tax you owe. For example, let's say you owe $3,000 in taxes and you have a $500 tax credit. That credit reduces your tax bill to $2,500 instead. It's a direct dollar for dollar reduction, which can make a huge difference overall. There are a few different types of tax credits, but today let's look at two categories, refundable and non-refundable. Refundable credits are credits that are especially beneficial because they reduce your tax liability below zero. You actually get the difference back as a refund. For example, if you have a refundable credit worth $1,000 and your total tax bill is only $500, you would get a $500 refund. Now, on the other hand, a non-refundable credit are the credits that can reduce your tax bill to zero, but they won't give you any money back beyond that point. So if you owe $1,000 in taxes and have a non-refundable credit worth $1,500, your tax bill can only go down to zero. There's no refund on the extra $500. Both are amazing to lower your tax bill, but those refundable credits give you a little bit more incentive because you could actually get a refund. For photographers, common tax credits include the Earned Income Tax Credit and the Lifetime Learning Credit. If you're taking courses to improve your skills, this one may be something to look into. So make sure that you check with your CPA if either of these or other tax credits apply to you you so you can pay as little as possible in taxes. All right, so as you can see, both deductions and credits have their benefits. Deductions are great for lowering the income you get taxed on, especially if you have a lot of business expenses as a photographer. But credits are generally more valuable because they reduce your tax bill directly, dollar for dollar. So if you're looking to get the most savings, credits tend to have a bigger impact. That said, both can work together amazingly. So this means you can use deductions to lower your taxable income and then apply credits to reduce the actual tax you owe on that lower amount. It's a win-win. Now, here are a few tips on how you can maximize both deductions and credits. The first one is track your expenses. I know I've said this before on this channel, but this is so important. From gear to software subscriptions, keep your receipts and detailed records of every business-related expense. It's easy to forget smaller items like office supplies, but they can add up and qualify as deductions. The second thing is look for relevant credits. If you're investing in education, check if you qualify for the lifetime learning credit with your CPA. And if you have kids or meet certain income thresholds, see if you're eligible for the earned income tax credit. And that leads me to number 3, consult with a tax professional. This can be especially valuable for photographers because a CPA can help you find all the credits and deductions you qualify for and make sure you're maximizing both. It's part of their job to help you save as much as you can. So if you don't have a CPA yet, add that to your to-do list ASAP. I promise you won't regret it. Okay, so let's summarize everything one more time. Tax deductions lower your taxable income, which indirectly reduces your tax bill. Tax credits directly reduce what you owe dollar for dollar and can make a huge impact on your final tax bill. Understanding the differences between these two can really help you save as you build your photography business. And remember, the more organized you are with your finances, the easier it is to take advantage of these tax breaks. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with other photographers who are getting started. And let me know in the comments, what's the most confusing part of taxes for you? I'd love to cover it in a future video. Lastly, don't forget to grab my free 15 business tax category breakdowns guide so you can confidently track your expenses to lower your taxable income. Thank you again so much for joining me this week, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.